Hitman 2-2, this is 2-1 Bravo. My gunner has a silhouette at 9 o'clock, 2 clicks out.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, more Generation Kill. This is episode 2, the Cradle of Civilization. The thoughts on the previous episode are on the back half of there. Holy shit, as of right now, as of this recording, it's on the third re-upload. So it's like the fourth version of the video is finally up on the page. It would pass the initial filters, and then a couple hours later it'd be like, oh, look at this 10-second timestamp of the Sergeant Major, and then I'd edit it down and blur shit, and then re-upload, and it would pass, and then it would be like, oh, look at this 10-second segment of the Sergeant Major. So it's, I mean, I don't really like the guy that much, so if it wants me to edit him out, I will. I'll do it. It would be like Ollie from Mr. Robot. I'll edit you out. I don't like you. I spoke to my brother very briefly about the first episode, and he said the guy playing Fruity Rudy, the Marine, is the Marine who was Fruity Rudy. Like he aged up, you know, got older, and then is playing his self, a younger version of himself, in the cast. So that's really cool. I also said that I was going to look up the cast on IMDb. I have not done that yet. Maybe I'll do that on the conclusion of this one. And big apologies to the fucking Lord Gunpowder in Belt-Fed Heaven. I kept calling the Mark 19 the Mark 29. I'm so fucking sorry. Anytime I said it, I put a time or an edit on the screen. Except for the outro, I missed one. But it is the Mark 19. It is the Belt-Fed grenade launcher, and I love that fucking thing because after boot camp and leave, we went to, I think it was called MCT. It was like the weapons training for the non-infantry. Infantry people went to School of Infantry. Non-infantry went to, like, you know, this little bitch mode, watered down weapons training thing. So while I got to shoot the 240 Golf and we got to watch people shoot the 249, seeing the Mark 19 do a demonstration, just sending these fucking pebbles out into the distance and arcing and then just blowing up. I was like, my god, automatic grenade launchers with a range like that. Between that and like the A-10 Warthog, it's like, why would anyone fuck with us? I don't get it. And the meme I put on the screen may have gotten cropped when I had to do a push-in on the edit, but you know, I have no problem memeing Marines, the one I posted about, you know, here's a bunch of Marines using Army equipment for the first time, and it's just all these tribal African kids freaking out. It'd be like that, and they talked about that in the equipment. I cut it out, but somebody said the Army goes, they get everything. Marines go, they just get what they can, or some shit like that. And it's true. Like, some of the equipment I saw being used to test and fix modern day equipment, it was like, this is a couple generations behind the curve. Like, are we sure this works? But yeah, the first one was a bitch to edit. It's been posted many times, so if you kept getting, you know, flagged about it, I apologize. And yeah, I'm just ready to watch this one. So without any more stalling, it's looking like we're gonna hit Iraq because this is episode 2, the Cradle of Civilization. Here we go. Previously on Skip. I don't need to see the recap. I had to re-edit. I've seen that episode so many fucking times.
Pretty sure I lost my fill, over. Negative, I don't know a damn thing.
Ha!
More than 48 hours into the war.
Rolling Thunder, damn.
Out of Camp Pendleton, Oceanside, California is rolling with impunity on Saddam's highway.
One set of bombers coming in, going down the line, just fuck everything up. Metallica!
Angry American.
Rawr!
Don't tread on me. Let's roll. Fuck, man, I hate that fucking cheesy moto bullshit.
That song is straight homosexual country music Special Olympic game.
Wow. I do miss the candidness of Marine talk and just Marines being together, shooting the shit and bullshitting. Even in the air wing, it just made the time so much worth it.
We're Marines. We obey our orders. Our mission now is not to do our original mission.
Semper Gumby, always flexible.
Semper Gumby.
Oh, boys! Boys! Oh my god, that just blew my mind.
I know.
This shit is so well done. I am fucking floored. Semper fucking Gumby.
When he returns, have 2-1 actual contact me, over.
Roger.
He's humming the Marine Corps anthem, but it looked like he had an AK.
Where'd you get that nice looking AK?
Yeah.
Part of a cache we found in a culvert.
This crazy
Then we took
guy.
as prisoners.
I cut out so many of his scenes. People are gonna fucking die and shoot that dog. Like, fuck this guy, this Farva-looking motherfucker. Fuck him.
Gotta be prepared. Never know when you might need an AK.
You know, I don't really like him, but they don't jam. The M16 bolt is so fucking sensitive. AK don't give a fuck.
I believe the judge when he told me the Marine Corps was a superior alternative to jail. I should have shut up and done my time.
How much time would you have had to do in jail versus a 4-year enlistment at minimum?
I don't want none of you ladies moping and crying. Mustache has got to go now. I want to see clean, purty smile before we step off.
It's like I understand the grooming standards and keeping shit tight, but at the same time it's ridiculous. But once you start slipping, you start slipping.
Burn your asshole a little when it comes out.
Maybe on your little bitch asshole, Ray. From all the cock that's been stuffed up in.
Man, we Marines are so homoerotic. It's all we talk about. You don't realize how homoerotic this whole thing is?
I got some stories I could tell you maybe in the outro.
Hey, reporter.
What?
If you lay with your cock against the ground as the tank goes by, it feels fucking great.
I thought he was gonna say something about spiders or scorpions being safe. It's like, nah, it just wants the dick tickle.
Could you imagine if Hajis invaded our country and started shitting in people's suburban yards?
You guys in Alpha getting some?
Same as you dick smokers in Bravo.
Oh, shit.
I heard the Hajis are faking surrenders and using civilians to trick Marines.
And there's been a change in the ROE. Anyone with a weapon is declared hostile.
ROE being rules of engagement.
Thinks he's a superhero. Some Japanese comic.
Hey, I put on my superhero uniform every
Rudy.
day in the Corps, brother. Hoorah!
Let's get some today! I need to temper my want for destruction with the seriousness of the situation.
Godfather, this is Hitman Actual. Interrogative.
Charms! Charms in the dashboard! He tried to tell him.
Check for breathing. Stop the bleeding. I want to hear reports.
Can we get any sort of fire? The 19s can drop grenades across the river.
Change in the ROE is approved. You're approved to destroy unarmed targets suspected as spotters. How copy?
Damn. Suspected as spotters. Oh, like they could be directing the fire to a mortar team that's dug in somewhere else. I gotcha.
Sir, it's Colonel Dowdy from RCT-1 with General Mattis. They're up by the MSR.
General Mad Dog Mattis.
I'm concerned that initiating
My
movement
question
too
is, why the fuck
hastily.
am I standing here looking at a fucking bridge that doesn't have my Marines rolling across?
Sir, we're 30.
You got 7,000 Marine riflemen who've been ready to go for the past 24 hours, and you're staying here with your foot in your dick. Don't
Your-
check that. Not your dick. My dick.
Your foot in my dick. Wow.
Hold your Marines back for now. Colonel Daddy here sees fit to unfuck himself and push through this fucking shit. I'll turn first recon loose.
Yeah, recon are a special bunch. You don't want to just throw them into the meat grinder, you know? Like, they're not your main bulk infantry. That's not what they do. That 203 on the bottom, bitch. That was so fun to shoot, too.
Return fire. Blew a donkey's head off. It's all good, bro.
Is it? Dude, you seem a little rattled.
That we are going to be in the game, gentlemen. And when we play, we, not the enemy, are going to dictate the tempo.
Fucking roll out and roll through. It'll really be get some time.
All these other countries, nobody's fat. Think about that shit, dog.
People have a impulse control problem over here. They can't control themselves. We have no discipline.
McDonald's, Starbucks, MTV. And just hand it all over. I mean, how else we gonna make these hungry motherfuckers want to stop killing everybody?
Enough lecture on the white man's oppression. I need my assistant team leader from me.
I think I'm gonna have to cut a lot of that because it was just one shot that went on for a while, but it was fucking funny.
What? Just want to get one last cigarette before we all die.
BBC had that U.S. Army convoy hit here.
The red filter on the moonbeam, accurate.
Bravo's on point when we roll through Nasiriyah.
and then break from the main force.
They should change our name to First Suicide Battalion.
That guy looks like the Shermanator, has Stifler energy, but is trying to sound like Hicks.
Hitman 2 is leaving the battalion. Your vehicle's on point for all of us.
Yes, sir.
Once we cross the Euphrates, expect contact from both sides.
I'm just glad they had the wisdom to push us through at night.
I'm assured that we will be crossing that bridge before dawn.
And here we are, and it's after the sun is up, motherfucker.
Friendlies on both sides. How copy? Over. Sergeant, I thought they were gonna send us over the bridge in the darkness.
Not retarded enough.
Careful, for fucking sake. Jesus. I mean, as long as we see some Mark 19s, yeah, that's all I really want.
It's nothing, Tromley.
An extreme grainy close-up. The boy is a little shook.
You know, there ought to at least be some sort of grammar test before you're out here blowing shit up with heavy weapons.
If they did that, fucking buck-toothed, cross-eyed sister fucking Hicks like you wouldn't get in either.
Can we just weapon shot with the grenade launcher? Can we just please?
I am so sick of Captain America spazzing out on our comms.
They could be coming from all sides.
Jesus,
Is our platoon commander okay?
We're Oscar Mike. Over.
Is Oscar Mike, I mean, I know that's OM. Is that on the move? Is that what that means? Or operational, you know, go?
Brad probably saw that TV commercial, the one with the knight who fucks up the dragon that turns into the lion.
Yeah.
Ooh, dress blues with a sword. I got so many fucking guys. Should have rolled into battle with the sword, Brad.
Sword out of the Humvee. Ah!
Gentlemen, our AO is now Mesopotamia, land between the Euphrates, the Tigris, cradle of civilization.
Me? I'm just standing here in Iraq, eating my pound cake, playing on a white man's team.
Pound cake is where it's at. That's the tits of the MRE. Some people like the peanut butter and crackers that much.
Man, I am so high from not sleeping.
Men need to conserve resources. Marine Corps teaches that.
We don't steal, but we tactically acquire sometimes in the Marine Corps, so we'll see what happens.
Haji rice?
This man living here on rice and beans, sleeping out here in the cold on these rags, these are some fucking hard men. You ladies bitch if you get an MRE without a fucking Pop-Tart.
I think that's a little dose of truth right there. 100% pure. It's like how Barcelona had respect for the Japanese. Wouldn't take people bad-mouthing them in training. Like, you respect the enemy and you anticipate death from them at all times because they are hard motherfuckers.
Republican Guard insignia. Special Saddam Division.
Bravo 3's commander. Shoot him. Don't waste your bullets.
Wow.
It's all about killing Hajis today. Cause the boys in the hood.
Always hard, don't that shit, they will pull your car.
They got optics on us.
Hitman, this is Hitman.
Here we go, unpacking the big long boys. Oh, it looked like a little RPG rocket sticking up
West to east, quarter value.
on the left side. Yeah, 100%.
Hit.
Clean. I mean, it was confirmed enemy RPG.
I hate them filthy Haji fucks.
That's what I love about you, dog. You're so fucking messed up.
That's how I roll.
The purity, not in that what he is doing is pure, but he is purely himself, like unrestrained and without any sort of doubt.
Hitman 3-3. We're taking inaccurate at 9 o'clock. About 600 meters.
I don't think that guy was armed.
Solid copy.
We didn't see what the captain saw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had a better view up on top than he did. Alright, from here we deviate.
I smell a goddamn charms.
Sorry, Sergeant. I have one left. All those dead bodies we seen today, not to get to shoot any of them.
It's interesting to think about that people would join the military that legitimately just want to kill people. You know, it's like, oh, wow.
Hey! Assalamu alaikum, ladies!
Assalamu alaikum, ladies. What the fuck?
Better than when I was in my van! Because they haven't heard you play.
When
When they hired me, they told me to put a little spin on things, a little psyops. They're saying there are some bad dudes up ahead. They know we're coming and they want to hit us.
What if it's just a personal vendetta they have against some dudes and they're trying to just get them iced from the Americans, you know?
Where do we get this so-called interpreter? Told me he works directly for General Mattis.
Told me he worked for the CIA.
Back at Matilda, told me he could hook me up with free satellite TV.
Hey, that town stopped the whole regiment with like tanks and shit.
But I didn't even get one.
Tromley, if we went through that town, we'd get smoked.
Death Wish over here. It's like, you'll get your fucking chance, man.
But personally, Godfather doesn't like being told what to do by the enemy. I don't like the fact that the enemy had me sitting in this shithole. Push through that town. I'll copy.
Honored.
Damn.
Go to the city in 5.
Sometimes I go over there just to look at my ex-fiancée doing all the things I used to do with her with my best friend. It's nice having a friend.
That is such a shitty fucking hand he was dealt on that.
There's no air because of a Shamal moving in. We're the last element to roll through. Nobody stops, nobody gets cut off. Glad you're my team leader.
Through the town, not around. This is gonna be something. Yeah, into the... Yeah! Grenade is in.
From now on, we're gonna have to earn our stories.
I only do low voltage cabling, telecom, computer cables, phone lines, but when I see electric like that, just cobbled together messes of fucking death. Oh, someone's about to get goodbye. Yep. There it is. Fucking blowing things apart. There you go. You got one. Are you happy? Oh, fuck me. That is terrible.
We got fucking lit up. Man. Everybody is okay, right?
Yes. Check everything, please.
Yo, did you see my man Manimal? Fucking wall of fire. Wall, 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 wall. You brought that.
Look, it goes a little different. We could all got killed today.
Don't pet a burning dog.
Stand there.
Come on, Sergeant Major. Yeah, throw us a fucking bone.
But the one thing these men can count on is a grooming standard.
But I wanted to show them today. Some Americans won't back down from a fight.
I forgive the lens flare. It's so minor.
I sometimes fear that I will do something General Mattis won't like. I have no such fears tonight.
Wow, this episode could have ended 2 separate times. I'm surprised we're getting so much. The battle and the aftermath and this evening.
One of the officers went out to take a shit. Stepped over the berm and hasn't been heard from since.
How do you get lost? Alright. There it is. What a fucking episode. Let's get to the outro. Episode 2, The Cradle of Civilization. Under orders to consider any Iraqi carrying weapons hostile, Bravo busts north towards Nasiriyah. Okay. Alright, so we got weapons hot multiple times in a combat environment. We got the Mark 19 blowing up, tearing up buildings, destruction, mayhem. I'm all about it. Easily my favorite episode of the 2 so far. A lot of the characters we met, a lot of their personalities were established, of course, in the first episode, and some were built up upon more here. But there's so many Marines that it's obviously going to have to be spread around a little bit. So I'm anticipating on the next episode, maybe some of the other characters we haven't seen as much of. Fucking Sergeant Major and his grooming standards. Man, he just will not give it up. It's like the men will always, the grooming standard will always be there for them. It's okay. As always, when I go through and edit, I'll pick up on more things, get more familiar with the names, the cast. I will look up who is playing who on IMDb. I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, I don't want to, because if it says like such and such is only in for 3 episodes, then you know, like, oh shit, you know, they're about to die or something, or it's just there's spoilers and hints and pieces of information that can be gleaned from doing any sort of research. So I'm kind of on the fence about that, but this is gonna do it for me for now. Thank you all so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. Hopefully this episode rather, gets through on the first or second edit and does not require 3 or 4. But I'll keep doing what I have to do, cutting it down, censoring, putting up, you know, cutouts, bubbles, all that sort of fun stuff. So, thanks again for being here. Hope to see you again on the next one, and goodbye.